Δοκιμαστικό τεστ Live NBA. Και ας συνεχίσω την καριέρα μου στο παίκτη.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports.
Είμαι στους
Ernie
Lakers
Johnson,
και
Shaquille
έχω
O'Neal,
αντίπαλους στους Nets.
Tonight we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers as they play against the Brooklyn Nets. For the Nets, they come in off the loss to the Timberwolves.
Πάμε για μερικά τρίποντα. Προπονησούλα. Μια μπάλα ρε. Μέσα. Μπαλίτσα. Πάμε στον αγώνα.
We've got a filled arena here in downtown Los Angeles. We've got the Brooklyn Nets and the defending NBA champions, the Los Angeles Lakers, with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. You take a look at Los Angeles. Guys, what a terrific start to the season. They've really been getting it done early.
You know, for some teams, it just takes a little time to get into a groove and to find your rhythm at the start of the season. But this group's been different. You know, they've been playing like they have that proverbial chip on their shoulder since day one.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Tobias Harris, D'Angelo Russell out there with Randall. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Mullins in at the 5 spot. You're seeing some guys who were role players last year, Doris, now stepping up in their games individually and becoming more prominent.
Well, I think that has to do with two things. First, the off-season work you put in. It's really advanced at this point. And what that work that you put in the off-season does is it raises your confidence level. And when you step between the lines, you better believe you can contribute. So it's, yes, it's skill development, it's strength, it's conditioning, it's nutrition. There's so many things that go into a role player starting to become more assertive and more involved.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement. There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Oh, I mean, he can make that, but that particular distance is not his specialty.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
So it's the Lakers now, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. AI can't hit. Randall outside. Pass to Harris. He kicks it to Russell. Good on the triple. Russell's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Brooklyn.
Well, it's key that you've got to maintain concentration throughout the game. And D'Angelo Russell, nice job in the catch and shoot.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell. That was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
It's Miles on the wing. Ingram with the steal. Here's Papadopoulos. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to talk. I asked him what reasons he cited for his disappointing record so far. He said, it's not so easy to put a finger on. I I think we may lack the killer instinct of some of the better clubs. We haven't displayed the confidence to finish teams off even when we have them on the ropes.
Μπράβο, με άφησε.
It's been a rough year for you, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And here's Harris from the arc. The shot that time, not on target. So the Lakers will take it the other way. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their two meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
And when the defense isn't there, Greg, you really open up the floodgates for the other team. They didn't have any heart.
Now here's Randall. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's Sampson. Just 4 to shoot. And here they come. Here's Paxson. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. You know, they'll take that every time.
Now here's Randall. And stolen by AI. Throws up. And AI throws it down.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And stolen by AI. And the pass to ball. Here's Papadopoulos. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points.
On fire,
3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Adebayo kicks to Sampson. And the
Get the
Nets miss
rebound.
again. Lakers leading by 6 to the paint. Hart the pass to Ball.
He
And he
passes.
cuts in the layup off the glass. Ball's got his first basket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the
Timeout called the Nets. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
Twenty-seven seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot by Taylor, no good. Los Angeles has gone 4-7 from 3-point range so far in the first. That's good.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Here's Sampson. 17 points for him last game against Minnesota. Trying to end the drought. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
And I love how Ball will stay in your face defensively, not willing to give ground. And I like the fact that he competes on that.
And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Mullins is checked in. Harris comes in for Bam Adebayo. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Randall. And it's Russell in for Isaiah Taylor. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Russell. C.J. Miles is out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Mullins in at the center, locking down the middle. So it's Brooklyn now. Back to Russell. High arcing shot. Not that time. It's off. He's 3 for 7.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the 76ers played some superb ball. He had 43 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And they'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. He showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Well, that was in the performance, and it didn't seem to matter what approach they used to try to slow this guy down. He had an answer for everything.
Sampson kicks to Russell from the arc. It's hauled in by Harris.
Well, he tries to answer with a three of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
A dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the 76ers.
And when you protect the rim like they did in that one, it has a tremendous impact.
Well, I don't think there's any question when you're playing that strong a defense, it's going to have an effect on your opponent. And it seemed like they were getting their hands up on the majority of shots.
Man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Russell from long range. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Well, tremendous job on the pull-up jumper, right? D'Angelo Russell taking advantage of what the defense gives him.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Russell's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Los Angeles. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Really an incredible game from AI.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was dynamite from beyond.
And I think, Greg, the key was the team was looking for him, right? They knew they had a hot hand, and they just kept going to it.
3rd quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ingram and Kuzma filling up the 3 and the 4. Harris is out there with AI. You know, everyone on the floor needs some level of playmaking skill, Doris. Who are your picks for bigs who can really share the ball? Good passers among the big men.
Yeah, one of my favorite players in the NBA to watch is Nikola Jokic because his vision, his desire to share the basketball, his ability to see not one action ahead, but sometimes 2 actions ahead is really remarkable for a man of his size. You look at somebody like Draymond Green, who is absolutely critical to the success of the Golden State Warriors on the offensive end of the floor. He can take it off the window, he can dribble it in transition, and in full speed make decisions going second by second that are really, really impressive.
Thread passes, do such a great job with the ball. I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Harris, good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
Kicks it to Miles. Back to Russell. Shot clock at 6. To the inside.
Barto! Barto, in your face!
Will take possession.
Stop
Sanders is checked in for Los Angeles. Josh Hart comes in for Ingram. Los Angeles leading by 22. Here's Papadopoulos. Connects again from distance. Carries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Yeah, maybe a new approach, because what they're doing is not working. You're going to have to alter some things on the offensive end.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Paxson comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Ball subbed in for Harris. And a change for the Nets. Adebayo's checked in. Inside, stolen by Ball. Chalk up 2 there.
I'll tell you, good work to pound it down low and finish in tight.
AI outside, passes it to Paxson. Here's Papadopoulos, and again it's
When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win.
Reese the pass to Taylor. Stolen by Ball.
Sana.
Here's Papadopoulos. Kept alive. There's the three. It's not going to go for him. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Reese the pass to Miles. That's tipped. 6 to shoot. And stolen by AI. Here's Paxson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Paxson's got his first points of the night.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage a look as you can really get.
And it's Adebayo in the corner. 5 to shoot. Here's Randall. And the Nets miss again. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. But they recover. Here's Papadopoulos. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Nets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Taylor, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
AI can't hit. The Nets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. From 13, Taylor's shot good. Taylor's got 6. Lakers shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. And again for 3.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc. Miles, that's for 2. Ball with the rebound.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity. Check out that assist. You can tell a player who's seeing the whole floor very well.
So for the Nets, Harris comes in for C.J. Miles. And it's Russell in for Randall. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets.
Και είμαστε στην τρίτη περίοδο. 41. Άντερ κάνει κάτι. 5 ώρες.
Launches a 3. Can't connect. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Lakers on top. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great...
Platoon swap here for Brooklyn. With college basketball expanding the three-point arc out to fever range, Doris. Does that set the table, you think, for the NBA to move its arc, their three-point shooting line, out as well?
I think one of the things that I would like to see, Kevin, is a more unified game across countries, right? We've talked about the NBA and basketball in particular becoming a more global game. I think one thing that I'd really love to see at the lower levels of basketball in the formative stages is young players have to play with a shot clock. Because what that forces those players to do is be three-tool players. Under duress of a shot clock, you better be able to put the ball on the deck, make a pass, or take a shot. So I think the more we can normalize a set of international rules, the better basketball is going to be long-term.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Harris. D'Angelo Russell out there with Randall, and it's Adebayo in at the 4 spot. Randall kicks to Harris. Doris, last year the NBA signed a deal to broadcast G League games on the internet channel Twitch.
Well, you know Adam Silver is always looking at new methods for broadcasting this great league and the G League. And I think we live in an era of an increasingly digital world. The next generation views their platforms in non-traditional, non-linear fashion. So to me, this is really smart decision making.
I know you're a big Twitch watcher yourself. And again for three.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. And Russell gets it to go.
Well, to me, this is where D'Angelo Russell distinguishes himself. He understands.
Good, another from three.
And of course it falls for him. That three pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget. And stolen by AI.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout.
And again,
that is a three that will put him in the record book.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had. And with his game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. Back to Canner. Here's Papadopoulos. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Up by double digits, little time remaining. Way to defend your house.
Well, this is what you call taking care of your business, showing dominance on their home floor. What an excellent effort.
The Nets working the ball around now. Paxson against Russell. Reese. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
This, to me, is an improving aspect of D'Angelo Russell's game. Reading the pick and roll. Nicely done.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Snow. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. Here's Papadopoulos, and
he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Pass to Mullins. Here's Snow. Frazier scanning the floor, fires the three. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. You may not know this, but you just set the NBA record for most threes in a game. What got you locked in?
It took a lot of work. You know, they weren't giving up easy looks, and I had to keep moving. I had to keep finding open shots, and my teammates were great. You know, they were just setting screens and making some good passes, and I don't plan to set up any records tonight, but sometimes it just works out that way.
It was a record-setting night. Congratulations on that incredible performance from deep. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and...
Finisher είναι λίγο θέλω. assists, ένα block, 6 highlights, ένα rebound και αλφα πλήν, ναι. Όχι, 1500 έτσι. Λίγο θέλω για τους φαντς. Πάμε λίγο για κάνα update να πάω 80. Αυτό, πάει 80. Πάει 80. Ποιο με πάει τώρα 80. Κάνω καλύτερες πάσες. Speed. Ένα speed και μια pass. Μπορώ. 4, 7, 50. Ναι, μπορώ. Ίσα ίσα. 16 μου. Όχο. Μια χαρά. Πάμε εναντίον του Στάντερ. Οπ. Τους νικήσαμε. Και να δείξω και τα league stats. Όχι εδώ. Εδώ. Και ναι, πρώτος ρε, πρώτος. Πάρτα ρε Harden, πάρτα. Standing, division, όχι, εδώ. Και πήγαμε δεύτερη, πέρασαμε τους Warriors ρε. Πάρτα Γιώργο. Ξέρει αυτός, ξέρει. Πάμε με τους Thunder.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here.
Hello.
Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. For the Thunder,
LeBron, μέσα. Θα το βάλω. Πιο μακριά. Μέσα, πράσινα. Πιο μακριά. Μέσα. Ωραία.
A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena, taken from the Skydance Bridge in Oklahoma City. That's our setting, and nothing tips off a broadcast.
Well, guys, Paul George has made...
Well, you love that versatility, DA. Thank you. Brent, we're already starting to hear some trade rumors out there. Is it ever too early to start making changes?
If you talk to any good GM, it's never too early to start thinking about how can I make this roster better.
Constant thought.
There are some times, though, and I think we've seen this through the years, where there might be a player that's on the roster that whether there's a coaching change or his approach to the season, maybe it's a contract year and mentally he's not really where he needs to be, that sometimes teams examine that and think, we might need to remove this now in order for us to get where we need to go. And that might be some of the reasons why, Kevin, we're hearing some names this early in the season.
Exactly. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Lakers. Ingram and Kuzma filling up the 3 and the 4. AI is out there with Harris.
PG played his first 7 seasons in Indiana with the Pacers and guided them to 2 Eastern Conference finals appearances and that playoff PG moniker that he came up with, it holds true if you look at the numbers. And when the Pacers were about to rebuild, I think Paul George let them know that he was willing to move on to continue his career somewhere else.
To the inside, rejected by Papadopoulos. Inside, Kuzma. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
Just really unselfish there. Harris is someone who knows when one of his guys is wide open.
Westbrook kicks to Reed. Now the pass to George. Back to Reed. Shot clock at 5. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. It's deflected. They recover it. And there's the bucket from Motley.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
Los Angeles is gone 0-2 from deep here. And a wide open look for AI. Bangs home the trifecta. AI's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Left side, Westbrook to the inside, and the dunk by Reed.
Yeah, this is great when Westbrook starts to dictate the tempo of the game. This time he's doing it with the pass, setting up a teammate.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit.
His touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter, and he's missing a ton of shots.
Here's Papadopoulos, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good, AI. He's off on the second.
When you look back at that 2012 finals, the Thunder lost in 5 games to the Heat, and you looked at that young talent, Durant, Westbrook, Harden, now all MVP award winners, along with Serge Ibaka, a young, talented, energetic Serge Ibaka, and it felt like there was a team that was going to rule the West for a very long time.
To the left wing. Now, here is Reed. Defense right on him. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. AI in the post. He's covered by Westbrook. And the Thunder trading away Harden in the summer of 2012. Brent unable to agree on a contract extension.
Well, OKC agreed on the contract. James Harden did not. And that's sort of the line in the sand that was drawn. And the salary cap jumping up in subsequent seasons, they just had bad timing in terms of the frugality of what they offered up to James Harden. It's a decision that we talk about a lot. It's revisionist history, but at the time it was the move that OKC made, and I can't really argue with it.
Pass to Motley. Lays it up off the glass. Motley's got his second basket of the night.
And every once in a while he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Both teams will make substitutions. Paxson against Grant. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Passes it to Motley. Banked in off the glass. Motley's got 6 points.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Connects from 3-point range.
Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
Shooter passes to Motley. Over Kansas. And it falls over the rim and in. He's got 8.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Here's Papadopoulos. That 3 off the mark.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Diallo kicks it over to Schroeder. Count the basket. Schroeder's got his first bucket in this one.
And Schroeder did not even have to think twice about that shot. This young man simply devours these chances inside.
And that one's good. AI.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against Dallas.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably one or two possessions they'd love to have.
Teams deciding to change it up. So for the Lakers right now, Ingram and Kuzma filling up the 3 and the 4. Harris is out there with AI. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Kuzma.
Pretty ferocious and sheer determination shown on that one. Easy to see why he gets those easy scoring opportunities.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Mavericks was phenomenal. He finished with 38 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of 3-pointers. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
Just 3 to shoot. Fournier for 3. It's hauled in by Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for Los Angeles. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Pass to Papadopoulos. Over Westbrook. That one wide left. Thunder have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. To the inside. Rejected by Papadopoulos. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Motley's checked in. Los Angeles on D. Here's George. His shot, no good. Some solid defense from Ingram.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, and you're going to have to get up a quick shot to make that happen.
Takes pride in getting the defense to jump there. Harris is good at using the pump fake to his advantage.
And Harris drops them both.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Oklahoma City trailer. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And there's the bucket from Motley.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover. 19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. Really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Fournier for 3. No good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from AI.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Well, I think big guys like to affect shots, but big guys love to send shots into the third row. That's an intimidating factor.
Paul George is out there with Motley. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Reed in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Traveling has been a concern for the NBA for a while. For a purist like you, do you like that?
Well, you got to get from city to city.
I don't think that's the kind of traveling I'm talking about here. Yes. I only ask you pay attention.
I'm sorry.
That's all. It's a simple request.
Yeah, they're doing a better job. Some get away with it more than others. How's that?
What an answer. Thank you, Brent. Tipped away and stolen by AI. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Westbrook surveying the D. And Fournier kicks to George. Over Harris. George, no good. Los Angeles leading by 3 from about 16. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. We've seen AI really making a difference here.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Diallo comes in for Fournier. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Motley the pass to Diallo. He kicks to Reed. The pass to Schroeder. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. LA's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Fires for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
Yeah, we got to be a DEFCON 1 here, because at this point, he is so dialed in, you got to get him off his spots.
On the wing, George. It's tipped. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And George kicks to Diallo. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Los Angeles leading by 6. Good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. So the wing on the left. And that one's good. Schroeder's got 8.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
1:57 left in the third. Pass to Diallo. Kicks it to Reed. Shoots. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Motley.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
And the Lakers call time here. Los Angeles making a switch here. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. It's good.
This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
Lakic guarded by Harris. Good on that shot. Los Angeles is cut down to 6. That one coming from Russell Westbrook.
Look how high Westbrook is elevating there. Goes up strong inside. And he feels like converting that shot's not a problem. I mean, this guy is unreal. What a show.
Diallo kicks to Westbrook. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
Here's Lampley. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way in. And it's an 11-point Laker lead.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's the kind of guy who does things that breaks the backs of their opponents because they're about wanting it more than the other guy you're up against.
A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
And it's AI missing.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
It's foolish leaving anyone that wide open from outside the arc. The D has got to be better.
Takes the three, hits it from three-point range. AI's got 40 points.
He's hit the proverbial switch, effortlessly finding different ways to score.
Fournier passes to Diallo. And that one hits back iron. Los Angeles leading by 9. Papadopoulos. And the three off target. Here's Diallo to the middle. Fournier finds Westbrook. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, after averaging a triple-double during the 16-17 MVP campaign for Russell Westbrook, he just keeps coming at you. What an electrifying and exciting player.
The Lakers making a switch here. Ingram's checked in. Here's Papadopoulos. Off target with his three. Oklahoma City's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the three ball well. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Russell Westbrook.
Well, Russell does historic things, and maybe tonight's another one.
And again, the Lakers no good.
He needs to try to get another basket this quarter because clearly his jumper is not going down right now. And he's been demanding the ball in these situations. Westbrook with a chance to put this team away.
AI outside. In the corner, it's Harris. Shoots from the baseline, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
He earned his money on that foul.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Was short on those free throws, extending that lead and making it comfortable.
The Thunder have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And stolen by AI. Pulls it up. The offensive rebound. Here's Lampley. Goes up again. And it's Reed pulling it down. He's got 5 rebounds tonight. And George kicks to Fournier. Pulls up. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Westbrook.
And this is the thing about Westbrook. He
connects again from distance.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. AI outside. It's good. AI's got 47 points.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They trail by 9. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, they got to get straight to the hoop, then a foul immediately.
Grant, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Diallo comes in for Fournier. Westbrook up top. He's guarded by AI. And that one, good.
The guy who keeps getting better year after year, making the All-NBA rookie team, first team in 2009. He hasn't looked back.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Passes to Paxson. swiped away.
It'd take a miracle at this point.
Right, with this deficit and this late in the game, their time has already passed.
Έτσι είναι Westbrook.
AI outside. A 3-ball.
Για τρεις.
The shot will not fall.
Αυτό ήθελα. Ναι.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Θα το δοκιμάσω σε άλλο stream άλλη μέρα. Θα κατεβάσω το PUBG. Αλλιώς Fortnite.
Wow, what you all did tonight, what a display of offense. What got into you to produce this performance?
Ας σε δείξω που είναι και οι Warriors.
A couple of my teammates challenged me before the game. They were saying, let's see how high.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
For Greg Anthony, Brett Bear. Καλά. Αυτά, 1400 εκεί, ωραίος. Όπα, τηλεφωνάκι. Ποιος? Ω! Μπενσίμους, τι θέλει? Ναι. Να απαντάμε έτσι, χέσε μας. Ο Young. You next, bro. Σε έχω ρε. Πράτε παράτα μας. Young. Για να ακούω τι θες. Και εσύ επόμενος θα φας και εσύ. Τι κοιμήσου ρε. Θα σε κοιμήσω. 50 θα σε ρίξω. Α, τουλάχιστον αυτός είναι λίγο ευγενικός. Άιντε. Τίλα. Γιώργο. Για κοίτα λίγο που είναι. Τρίτη, πρώτη, 11-2. Τι γίνεται? Και Λικστάτ πρώτος. Στο προηγούμενο μάτς. Πάνε πιο πίσω στο stream και δες το. Πρώτος. Πρώτος, έτσι. Να δείξουμε και το ιστορικό. Πού είναι τώρα αυτά? Το ιστορικό μου. Players, όχι. Ρούι, όχι. Πού ήταν ρε? Records. NBA Records. Όχι. Team Records, όχι. Hall of Fame δεν ήταν. Στατιστικά. Τέλος πάντων. Μάλλον ούτε. Record, πά, όχι. Όχι. Τέλος πάντων. Αυτό ήταν για σήμερα. Κλείνω το stream. Άλλη μέρα. Μάλλον ή PUBG ή Fortnite. Γεια σας.